What just happened?
So we were on our way home from the regatta, and I was looking on Facebook, and up popped the sailboat swap shop with a water maker for $300. It's a Cruise RO, which is normally like almost $7,000 new, and she was selling it for $300. We went back and forth a little bit. Turns out that her husband and she had cruised for 10 years sailing, and they her husband was in the process of outfitting a bigger boat and getting ready to take that one cruising, and he got sick with cancer and passed away. So she's trying to get rid of some of the stuff that he had kind of stockpiled and was intending to install, and part of that was what appears to be a brand new water maker, never installed. There's still tags on the hoses. Everything's still in styrofoam. The pump is still in styrofoam. And we are very emotional right now, feeling like this was just
meant to happen.
It was just meant to happen. But
and we almost got a puppy out of the deal.
We did almost get a puppy, but we don't need a puppy.
We don't need another puppy.
We need a water maker. We don't need a puppy.
They were cute though.
So we're way out here in Cleveland, Texas, in the sticks, and just picked up
this
water maker.
The pine trees.
Literally.
The previous owner was a beautiful lady that gave us many blessings for cruising, and just it was emotional actually to be able to get the water maker that we wish we had.
Yeah.
And to hear her story of cruising, and unfortunately that's a common story of not being able to illness and stuff by the time you get to your cruising plans.
Yeah, we seem to be constantly reminded that we cannot wait. If we're going to do this, we need to do it, and don't let life get in the way.
Yep.
So stay tuned for the water maker install.
Yeah.
And that's how this got started. We'd given up on being able to afford a water maker and accepted that we would just be paying for and hauling water from wherever we could find it. Not impossible, but not easy. We use about 10 gallons a day for dishes, drinking, and pets, so that's 80 pounds of water a day to be shuffled from shore and then up 4 feet to get it on board the boat. Again, not impossible, but not easy. We feel strongly that this was divine intervention here, that this water maker fell in our lap as a way for us to be able to not just help ourselves, but to help someone else down the road, and we can't wait to find that person. How much do you think it weighs?
I don't know, 40 pounds, 30 pounds. I mean, it's not light.
Yeah. Ew. Ew, it's dirty. It was in her shed. There may or may not have been some cucarachas out there. Let me get something to wipe it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pieces to this system, and we don't have one spot where they can all fit. So we're kind of putting them in different places around the boat. And so this is the biggest item, this high pressure pump.
Not the biggest, but it's the heaviest.
It is the heaviest. It's kind of the biggest. I guess the RO filters are actually the biggest, longest, but let me show you where it's gonna go. So back in this hole, so we have our water heater right here, and that is the side of our fuel tank. So we're hoping it's going to fit right there in that hole. And then all the bits that we need where the hoses and things connect is going to be sticking out right here. Put some light on it. Hopefully in that dirty hole it will fit. And then our membranes, you can see, will go kind of right here against the hole behind me. There's a big stretch. They're about 45 inches long, so they're going to go pretty much the length of this engine compartment. We haven't really figured out exactly how we're going to attach those to the hole yet, but we'll figure it out. Here's how the system works. Seawater will enter a through hull in the bottom of the boat here. A sea strainer will remove any larger items, shrimp, jellyfish, grass, etc. A boost pump will then bring water back to the pre-filters, to the high pressure pump, and through both membranes. The system discharges the brine, and the water that leaves the membranes is cleaner than most tap water, ready for our tanks and whatever drinking, cooking, dishwashing, laundry, or shower needs we have. The cleaning assembly allows us to backwash the whole system with clean water after each use. It's honestly pretty magical if it all works. I'm scared. So heavy.
Oh, you know how fun those bolts are gonna be?
Like, so fun. By fun, you mean sucky, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's...
This is falling. This is falling.
Okay. Actually, that's probably a good place for it. Maybe it lives there, dear.
No, that's not good.
It fits so perfectly.
That's so far back there.
It's so far back there.
Remember when our neighbor drilled a hole in his boat?
Yeah. And then we helped him tie the mast to the dock so it would stay slanted while he fixed it.
We're not ouchie, Brian, but I mean, sorry.
After several hours of boat yoga and several times in and out with that heavy pump, we finally got it settled. And that's when we realized we forgot to do the wiring, and we had to pull it back out again. Ta-da! You did it. We are done for tonight. All right, so here's what we've got so far. I want to show you kind of the progress that we've made. We've been working just like a little bit every evening, and one day that we worked on getting the high pressure pump installed. So since then, we've just been kind of trying to pinch time wherever we can, get little things done here and there. So let me show you where we're at right now. So we do have the pre-filters installed. These are ready to go, and we're actually going to plumb right through the bulkhead there to get access to the high pressure pump. So that's one component. The membranes are going to be our next step here. And then in the head, for our raw water intake, what we did was tee it off of what we use for the air conditioning. So it's coming off that same seawater inlet. We'll just choose we have air conditioning or we are using the water maker. So that is now plumbed to the boost pump there and the cleaning, and I forget what it's called, cleaning and flushing assembly, something like that. So this is what allows us to either make water. Seawater will come in here, it will go through here to the boost pump, and then the boost pump will connect to the pre-filters, the high pressure pump, the RO membranes, and everything else. So this would be the raw water coming in and then leaving back out for water making. And then we have the ability to, we'll have a fresh water coming in on this side that will allow us to backwash and backflush the whole system. And then we also have the ability to put a pickling agent in here if we're going to be storing the system, not using it for a while. We can put like kind of a preservative in there to make sure that all stays in good condition. So this part is done. We've got a little bit more as far as plumbing, of course. This is what's going to run all the way aft to where those pre-filters are that I just showed you. So lots of plumbing left. The last main component that needs to be installed is these guys right here. And these are going to go in the engine compartment against the hull. So our friends at Blackburn hooked us up with this weld mount, which apparently is magical. It's a two-part adhesive. We have the tips here, and basically we're just going to glue these to the hull. That saves us from having to drill into the hull. Obviously, we don't want to do that. everything installed, the plumbing mostly complete, and a Sunday afternoon to get some work done, our next step is to install the main control panel. The most challenging part of this whole project has actually been figuring out where everything can fit without losing a ton of storage, having it in the way, or just having it look plain old ugly. We've been able to hide everything but the filter and the head, so I think we did pretty well. Test time. The manual provides step-by-step instructions for running the system the first time, and we followed them to a T. But no matter what, we couldn't build any pressure, and the water was still salty. A few calls to Rich at Cruise RO for help and troubleshooting, and we received the diagnosis. We needed new membranes, and they would have to be shipped to us. Add one more complication. We had a norther coming the next day, a perfect time to start our Gulf crossing. We could go without the membranes and try to get them later, or we could wait for them in Galveston and perhaps delay our departure by several weeks.
Here's the honey, baby.
Here's the honey, baby.
Yeah, here's the honey.
We chose option A. We filled water tanks, fueled up, returned our borrowed vehicles, prepped the boat, and we were off the dock at 11 p.m.
Good luck, guys. Like
Thank
and
you.
subscribe. Like and subscribe to videos, guys. Like and subscribe to videos. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Time, guys. I'll see y'all next time y'all come in, okay?
Yeah, truly, we've appreciated y'all very much.
Thank you, guys.
It feels like our journey has finally begun.
It's been a little tough. I have vomited more times than I've ever vomited in my entire life. The engine just quit, and sure enough, we're out of fuel.
Like the video? Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all of our adventures.